What's up, y'all? Christian Sam. I'm back again with another hot video. So the public masses, y'all was asking for it and I'm delivering. Everybody wanted to know, how do I set my depth chart? What am I looking for? Well, today I'm going to walk you through what I look for when I'm setting my depth chart to put myself in prime position to be successful and win as many games as I can. When I'm setting my depth chart, and what I tell everybody that asks, you have to know what fits your scheme, right? Everybody can't have the same depth chart, right? Because you might play this way and Joe might play the other way. You have to tailor your depth chart and your personnel to how you play. If you're a guy who knows you like to throw the ball deep on offense, well, you need speed at receiver, right? So whatever your team looks like, you should be looking for the fastest guys with the highest acceleration rate. Not even really top end speed, but acceleration to get off the ball. If you're a guy who likes to run the ball and you need a plethora of backs, so you're looking for a stable backs, right? A running back room by committee who has a few backs in their stable, that if one's tired or kind of hurt, you can go to the next one. Defense, if you're a guy who likes to play man coverage, well, you need to be looking for his backs who have good speed and sticky coverage, right? If you're a guy who likes to play zone, you should be looking for hot corners who, they don't have to be as fast, maybe a little longer, right? Maybe a little taller and have higher zone, right? Jumping abilities and need backers that can run. So it just really depends on how you play, right? But I'm going to walk you through and we're going to dive in what I look for when I'm setting my depth chart, and hopefully it can help you set your depth chart. So off the rip, as you can see it, we're gonna start with quarterback, right? I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this one. If you don't have a quarterback, you can't win. I mean, that's anywhere you're at, right? I'm not gonna spend too much time. If you don't have a quarterback, you can't win, right? Now, some people like quarterbacks that can run. That's your flavor. Some people, it doesn't matter, right? For me, I don't really look for a quarterback who can run. I don't care about that. For me, there's a few things I'm looking for, right? And they're right here. I'm looking for throw power, right? Because I like to fit the ball into tight windows, right? And what do you need to do? You need throw power, right? Dot is great. On time is another good one. I don't really pay attention too much to these abilities. They're nice to have, but that's not a make or break for me. I'm looking for throw power and accuracy. These are the only four I'm looking for right here. Deep accuracy, medium, short, throw power, right? Obviously, Arizona State, go Devils. Sam Levitt, top 5 quarterback. I don't have a problem. I need to go. He can run. He's mobile. He can throw on the run. He has everything unique for a quarterback. Now we go to our running backs. Arizona State, again, is a team that's pretty blessed, right? I have a power back, short yardage situation, goal line. If I want to try to punch the ball in, I can go to Udo, right? Last year we had Cam Scatterboo. He was everything, really. He did it all, right? He was my third down back, all down back, short yardage back. But then again, I have both Browns, right? And both these guys I love on third down situations, right? Or when I want to pass the ball, right? Because look at this. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. 95 speed, 97 acceleration, shifty, platinum shifty. I mean, K Brown, he's not as electric as Relique, but I could plug them both in there, right? I could also use Kyson Brown in short situation to throw off my opponent. Because obviously if I put Udo in there every single time and short yardage, well, you know it's run. But if I could put Brown in there on first, second, and third down, well, he's a bigger back. He could do them both. He's a playmaker. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds. That's good size. So when I'm looking for running backs, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I kind of have best of both worlds, and everybody doesn't have that, right? If you don't have that, I usually would go with a guy. Say you have a guy like Kyson Brown, right? Good speed. You know, he doesn't really have any downhill power abilities and no shifty. He's a good back, right? That's who I'm putting in the game, right? I'm looking for backs like this. Now, Udo's not the fastest, but again, he has head first, arm bar downhill. He's a power back. He's going to get the hard, tough, gritty yards. Now, receiver. This is the one, right? This is like, I don't know. When you think about receivers, people's just ears perk up. Again, obviously, Arizona State, blessed with receivers. Receiver, whatever you want to call it. But when I'm looking at receivers, I don't care much about speed. Like it's great and all. Like if I have a team that has no speed, well, it makes my job easier. If I have a team with speed, it's a little different, right? Speed kills. We all know that. You can't coach speed, but I don't look for speed. I'm not one of those guys when I'm playing, I'm looking to throw the ball deep every play. I want guys who run routes. I'm looking for digs, comebacks, slants, outs, zigs, posts. I want my guy to beat man covers, because what is everybody going to? Man, they're blitzing, mid blitz, whatever, zero blitz, and they're running man. I need people who are going to get away from man. Because you're playing Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, well, they got fast corners. Now, how you can separate yourself? You got fast receivers, that's cool. Now we're running track meet. All right, who's faster? Well, we're all the same speed. What's going to separate us? Route running will separate you. That's what's going to make you be able to throw passes and feel comfortable throwing passes in not so tight windows, because you're creating separation with your receivers. So when I'm looking at receivers, speed matters. I'm not saying it doesn't matter receiver. It helps. It's not the end all be all. I'm looking at a few things, right? Agility, that matters. Acceleration, that matters, right? In and out of breaks, bursting out of your cuts. It's just a game. I'm telling you, go to a receiver has low agility and low acceleration. Watch how to get up the breaks opposed to a receiver who doesn't, or who does. There's a difference. Don't just say it's a game. They're clearly trying to make it real. Catching, I think that's a no-brainer, but yeah, I'm looking for catching. That's not what I'm looking for, obviously, because, I'm using everything. So I'm going to try to get, if they're creating separation with route running, well, we're good, right? So short route running, 96, 95, 94. He's an anomaly, right? He's one of the top, if not the top receiver in the country. ASU, who would have knew? But if you go down to now the next tier of receivers on this list, again, he's got really good route running as well. He can catch, right? But then you go down here. When you start going where it's kind of even, right? Okay, now who's faster? Because now that's going to be the separator, right? When it comes to they're kind of equal in those fields, route running, catching. All right, now I'm looking for speed, right? Now it's like, okay, after this upper echelon tier, these are kind of all the same area. Who's more athletic? Now I want the athleticism, right? Because at the end of the day, if I want to run a drag, I want you to run away from that DB. That has nothing to do with route running. That's just, hey, how fast are you, buddy? Can you get away from this guy? Just run away from him. So now I'm putting in Hamilton, Butler. I mean, obviously they're the next best ones anyways, right? Now McClain, he stays in there. He's 6'4", right? So he's one of my outside receivers, but he's interchangeable, right? I'll put him here. I'll put Butler here. I mean, I want, when it comes down to this level, now what's separating them? Speed. Tight end, I want tight ends that can stretch the field. I want a fast tight end. I can't put like for me, I'm going to go grab this tight end down here that's 68, and he's getting in the game. I need a tight end that's stretching the field. Nowadays, these backers can fly, right? So this 79, 77, yeah, they might have better route running, but by how much, right? It's not even that big of a difference, right? So now I'm looking at speed anyways, right? I need someone these backers can fly. And nowadays, people are putting safety at backer. So even worse, I can't have no slow tight end out there. They might not be this slow in real life, but on the game, that's what I have them. So I need to adjust accordingly. So that's what I'm doing. Obviously, we have a good tight end. So I, again, don't have this problem. But if you don't, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an athletic tight end that can stretch the field, right? A vertical threat. That's his archetype. Lineman's pretty self-explanatory. One thing I do like and kind of don't like that they did this year is you can't just put a left tackle at left guard anymore, right? So Atkins is 78 overall left tackle. You put him at guard, he drops to a 70. That's realistic, right? You can't just move a tackle to guard and expect him to play at the same level he was at tackle. It's not real football. So it's kind of trickier this year to find linemen throughout the board unless you have a blue blood team that has just good linemen across the board. Arizona State, how they set our rosters up, that's not the case. But again, your offense can dictate and hide your O-line's flaws. You don't have a good O-line, don't be trying to set up 8-step dropbacks on a deep post with a wheel. You might not have that time if you're playing a high tier team with high D linemen. So know your personnel, know your line. I'm not gonna spend too much time on O-line because there's not really much. I'm just putting the highest overall guys in there. Now, what I will get to when I get to Clemson, I'll skim through Clemson. I'll show you where I put a left tackle at center only because his blocking measurables are just so much better than my center. I had to do it, right? It just makes that much sense. His overall is much lower, but his blocking measurables are higher. I don't know why. I don't know what's the algorithm that's making his overall drop so low, but his blocking is better, so I'm gonna put him there, especially my center struggling. But other than that, yeah, that's the line. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Edge. I know. Everybody's looking for the quick jumps. And y'all love quick jumps, quick jump this, quick jump that. It's great and all, but I'm not if they come to the quick jump, great. I'm not looking for it. That's not what I'm looking for. Again, I'm going to go look at what matters for their position. Block shedding, can he get off a block? If he runs at him, or is he gonna get off the block? He's gonna stay attached to it. Finesse move, can he pass rush? That's the name of the game. Get to the quarterback. Can he rush the passer? This guy's a speed rusher, so his power move is low, but his finesse is pretty average, pretty good, above average. So he's in the rotation. For me, when it comes to D lineman, I like a rotation. I usually sub, and if you've seen me play, I'm subbing my D lineman almost every play. I keep them fresh, right? You want to keep your D lineman fresh, right? And that's why I like having depth at D line. It helps. If you don't have that, it's just another story. But you know what to look for if you don't have that depth. You can just find guys who have these type of abilities and archetypes. You go on to the next one. O'Neal, he can't get off a block, but for some reason he can rush the passer. So what will he be doing on third down? Rushing the passer. I probably won't put him in there on rundowns, right? First and second, he probably won't be in there. That's kind of how deep it is on that side. On the other side, Clayton Smith, my best DN, he's never coming out. He's in there on pass, run, he's gonna be in there, right? And I guarantee if we go and look at his stats, it'll tell us the truth, right? His block shedding 77, his finesse is 88, he's not coming off the field, right? That's, when I'm looking at DNs, that's all I'm looking at, right? And then I go to the next guy, D tackle, same thing. Here, if you have, some teams have players that are just elite. When I get to Clemson, you'll see they have an elite D line. Most times, you're not going to get a D tackle that's fast, right? But one thing you can look at their acceleration, their get off. That's going to tell you their get off. Strength and acceleration, right? They're not going to be running people down, again, unless you're playing a blue blood. If you're playing a blue blood, well, yeah, they might have guys that are 70 speed, maybe an 80, right? But again, you want to go over here to block shedding, 85. He's not finesse. I'm not looking for that. Power moves 87. Obviously, he's my best D tackle. He's playing. He's in there. That's what I'm looking for. See, this is interesting right here. If you have a D tackle who is 88 finesse move or B plus finesse, that is lineman. That's a lineman's worst nightmare. A guy who's that big, who could probably set you up with a little power, but he has speed to beat you on the edge. You want to put him on the field on third down. He will win one-on-ones very quick. His block shedding is good enough, but this right here is what's going to win you your one-on-ones and get sacks on 3rd and 8 to get off the field for 4th down. Obviously, look, he's one of the ones who has 71 speed, 83 acceleration. So, right, he's a speed rusher, but he's at D tackle. I would prefer that. Obviously, CJ's the guy, but the next guy up in nickel is Swanson. He's going to be in there. He can rush the passer. He's quick. He's got finesse moves. I like that. Now, my favorite part, the linebackers. We're going to spend some time on this one. Oh, yes, we are. Lock in. It's pretty simple, though. Let's not complicate it. I'm looking for guys who can run. If you can run, you're playing. There's not even much I'm finna tell you on this one. If you can run, you're in the game. The way the offenses are played, they're spread out. In this game, real life, wherever you want to call it, the game is spreading out. We need guys that can spread out with it. I need speed at backer. You see what I got in there. This man is 67 overall. He can run. 86 speed, 86 agility, 92 acceleration. I'm not looking at nothing else. Now, if you want to put a cherry on top, fine. Go over to his block shedding. I don't know what it is. 56. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I'll slant the front. I'll stunt the front. He will not get touched. He's covered up. Fly around. Go make the play. Go tackle. 73 tackling. That's good enough for me. He gonna get him down. He gonna get him down. Just get him down. I don't care what it look like. Just get him down. And guess what? He'll be able to do. He'll be able to run and go get them. Now I might have a backer, or you might have a backer that can probably tackle better than him, right? Elliott. 86 overall, 82 speed, 87 acceleration. That's not terrible. Not bad at all. Tackling 86, hit power 88. Oh, when he gets there, he's gonna hurt you. Block shed 82, but it's just gonna take him a little bit longer to get there than this guy. Let's get there. Let's get there. Come to the party. I'm early on the party, right? My homeboy's right behind me. They're gonna cover it up if something gets sticky. But I love this. Wow, 6'2", 210 lurker. Come on, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. If you have fast backers, you're at an advantage. You don't have to put safeties at nickel so you can play the run better. You're not gonna get road graded because this year strength matters, size matters, right?
What did he say?
Wow, it's crazy. Size, don't say it again. If you have a small guy in there that's not a backer to safety, they will get blocked very easily. They did make that change in this game. I do admire it. I love it because it's real. You put a safety in the box, he's not used to dealing with blocks, right? So if you run inside zone, power out him, he's gonna get moved out the way most likely. Speed at backer. I'm not even gonna go look at his block shedding and all that stuff because it's probably not that high. But what I'm looking for is he's perfect. He's an A+ backer to me. DBs, it's like kind of receivers. They're in the same plane as receivers. Everybody wants the fastest DBs. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do too. You thought I was gonna say something else? I did not. I want fast DBs too. I'm looking for fast DBs. The way the games are, the way the teams are playing, how people play, you need speed at DB. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I have a DB that's 66 overall, or I'm being over exaggerating, but he can fly, well, guess what? He's gonna be in there because how I play, I can switch stick. I don't need a DB who's just all world. I don't need a Patrick Peterson back there. I don't need a Surtain because I can switch stick. If I see something my opponent's doing, I can just switch stick over there and play it myself. Now it's me over there, not the DB's abilities. It's me. So it's my brain versus my opponent. I'm gonna take me every time, right? I just make sure you're in the area. And how are you gonna be in the area? With speed. You need speed for that. So here you see it. I got my speed out there, right? Now, obviously you're like, well, the Green's faster than Abney. Well, check this out. Abney's my nickel. But on base downs, because I'm usually only running base on short yard situations. That's usually when they have big person on there, right? 21, 22, they're trying to run the ball 12. So I'm not really thinking they're gonna try to beat me over the top. If they do, great. I rarely run base anyway, so he's always probably gonna be the nickel. I'm a big nickel guy. That's my personnel, that's what I like to do. Then I breed love right after him. So when I'm on nickel, it's Robinson and Green in there, right? They're my fastest DBs. So they're on the edge, they're on the edges. Right, my nickel, I don't need my nickel to be that fast, right? I just need my nickel to be good in zone coverage. Well, he's my second best corner, maybe arguably my first. So he's in the nickel, he's a good corner, right? I'm sure his zone is really high. I'm a big zone guy. I use man as a switch up. So I'm looking for high zones when I'm looking for DBs because I'm a big zone guy. Zone coverage is the highest. He's my best zone cover corner. Safety, again, Arizona State, top safety. 90 overall, right? You're not finna find safety. If you have a safety that's 92 plus speed, you're blessed. Right? I mean, they just don't make safeties that fast on games. I don't know why. I don't know if these guys aren't that fast in real life. I'm not sure, but 90 speed, 94 acceleration is, in my opinion, is very fast for a safety, right? Because you got to think they're already starting 15 to 20 yards back anyways, right? They already have the advantage. So if they're 90 speed, 94, and they're 6 foot, 6+ foot tall, like you're winning. You're gonna win. That's what you're looking for. Also, he has blow up, so he has instinct as well. So he's great. He's a box specialist. He's great for the run. If he gets his hands on you, you're going down, and you're going down fast and hard. I mean, it's perfect safety, right? If you have a fast safety, I don't care for speed at safety like that. Like if I had a safety that was 92 speed, I'm not going to put him in there over Alfred. Alfred has abilities that you just can't coach. His agility is pretty good for a safety, and I'm pretty sure his zone coverage is probably pretty high. I'm gonna take 88. So I play zone. I want guys who are good in zone coverage and can make plays on the ball. Play recognition is 89. His pursuit is 91. So he's going to be around the ball all the time just because of his attributes and his archetype and what he has. Same thing for strong safety. Again, I have two safeties that are good speed to me, right? He has blow up as well. I'm going to assume, again, he has high zone coverage. I'm a zone guy. It's 77. It doesn't matter to me. He's going to be in the game, right? I don't really care if I have a safety that's 95 speed. It's intriguing. I'll try to see if I can get him somewhere on the field, but he's not going to start over this guy. Not for me. Maybe for you. If that's what you like, then if that's how you play, then you need to tailor to your personnel, to your play type, right? This video is just to kind of give you a direction, a map of what to look for, possibly. This is what I'm looking for. I don't have that on there anyway, so I don't have to have that. I don't have the dilemma. Kicker, yeah, okay. Punter, okay. I mean, kick return, I'm looking for the fastest guy and good agility, because if I need to make someone miss, I need someone who's going to shake somebody, right? So as you see, both these guys, good agility, both have shifty, sidestep. Same thing at punt return. Third down running back, I'm looking for my fastest back because I like to run wheel routes, angle routes, now routes, ins, out. So I want them to be able to run away from whoever that's covering them, right? It's not really much so about route running. I need you to run away from them to create separation. That's just how I'm doing it. And obviously he's my best third down back anyways, but even if he was 65 overall, he's still going to be in my opinion, how I play, he fits my scheme. Power back, Udo, we spoke about that already. And then here, end, right? I have Chris Dorba. Obviously he's not my best end, but I do like quick jump. He's 91 acceleration and 81 speed, but he's going to jump off the ball. Literally, he's going to jump off the ball. I need that. And in my opinion, he has just enough block shed and this finesse move. That's what I need. Now, if I know I'm playing a team that likes to run the ball, I might put one of these guys in there. They're bigger, right? They're more stout. They could probably hold it better on the run, but the difference is not big enough for me to take him out the game. If it's a problem, I'll make adjustments, but to start off with, he'll be out there. So that's what I would look for if I was you. If it's that close, well, yeah, go with the quick jump. Quick jump is like speed to me for D lineman. It kind of is that separator. So as speed is for DBs and receiver, well, quick jump is for D lineman, right? Now, if he was 67 overall, it's not close enough for the quick jump to make that big of a difference. Obviously, I talked about nickel. Here I have Woodley, but Swanson's right there next to him, right? I mean, they're interchangeable. It's again, I showed you I have a 5 deep rotation with these guys, so it's whenever I really want to switch them. Keep your D linemen fresh. Keep them fresh. My backers, we talked about it. Hughes and Smith, that's what I'm going with. Those are my fastest guys. I lurk with the backers. I need people who have speed. He also has robber, right? So he has better breaks in zone coverage, which is great. His archetype is lurker. That's something he's doing. And he's not even small anyways. He's 6'2", 225. That's perfect size in the day and age for a backer. So the way I think, I'm thinking real football, right? I'm not just thinking about a video game. I'm thinking about how I would play and set these guys up in real life. This is how I would do it. And there it is. That's how I would set Arizona State. That's how I set my depth chart based on my personnel. So now I will go over Clemson, but this will be really fast, right? Because I do play with Clemson, and that's a blue blood. Arizona State is too, but whatever. Y'all gonna say, no, they're not. Whatever. I will go to a real blue blood if that's what y'all want. In my opinion, I think Clemson's a blue blood, so we'll go to them next. Same thing. I'm not going to go too much into depth because I just did Arizona State, but Klubnik, probably the best quarterback on the game. Y'all know what you're looking for. I mean, there's not really much throw power, short accuracy, medium, deep. He can run. And then the backup. Sometimes if you don't have an elite quarterback, the backup, 93 throw power, the backup is more than capable. And he can run off platform. So if you're in a situation where you might have a 78 overall quarterback, well, don't just look at the overall. Oh, yeah, I have a bad quarterback. No. Go look at these abilities. Throw power, accuracy, good, right? Running backs. I mean, Clemson, I play all these guys, right? Haynes, Davidson, Randall. They all get playing, right? They all have unique. I mean, they're all kind of the same back, right? They're all third down backs, in my opinion. I usually go with Davidson Gibson as my every down back. Passing situations, Randall's usually in there. He was a receiver, so moving to running back, if I put him at receiver role, he's a mismatch for anybody out there. Linebackers aren't going to cover him. Safety shouldn't be able to cover him. He can run. He's big. He's a safety valve, so he has better catching at the backfield. Davidson's my electric running back. He's fast. Haynes is he's just a steady running back, right? He'll get in there. I'll put him in there when these two guys probably need a little breather, or if I want to mix it up. They all play for me, right? I don't have a power back. I guess you could maybe say Adams. He's 5'9", 215 head first, but I really don't have a power back. So I kind of use all these guys based on how I'm feeling and how the game's flowing. Receivers, obviously, Clemson blessed with elite receivers. Not the fastest, so I tell people if you're going to use Clemson, have a plan. These guys can run routes, so you need to make sure you're in an offense where the routes can be ran, right? And you're putting them in position to run routes because they will get open, right? They run any route tree and they're all going to get open. They have high catching, great agility across the board, great acceleration, great catching, route running is elite, right? If you are playing with Clemson, they're going to run routes. Don't think I'm going to get in here and throw blurs all day. You're not doing it. Now, they can blur you because they have a good release. A release matters. They have good releases, so you can't just sit in there and press them, right? They will beat press and then end up turning into a blur because they'll be so far gone past the DB that it will be a blur, right? But that shouldn't be your game plan walking in with Clemson. I'm going to just run by. If you play Georgia or Bama, you're not going to run by those DBs. It's not happening. You can outroute them, though. You can route them up. Again, I'll talk to y'all. This is when I put my backup left tackle at center, as you see. And I'll tell you why. If you compare him to my starting center, who is this guy, 69 overall, yeah, he is. But I think this is a good time to change things up because if you come over here and look at pass blocking, well, he has him, boom, 84 pass blocking. Pass power block, he's beat him. Pass finesse block, he's got him. Now, run block, they're the same, but he's bigger, right? So I'm going to go with him anyways. Run block power, the same. Pretty much the same. And run block finesse, killing him. Lead block, impact block, you name it, he's got him, right? And he's 6'6", 320, and I'm going to assume he's probably stronger. This is the one time where if you're any lineman, if you have just a lineman that you don't think is that good, the reason why I did this is because I'm playing with Clemson, my center's getting cooked every time. So I had to figure something out because the worst pressure you can get is interior pressure. Now I made this switch and it's not the best, but he holds up even better than this starting center. Backers, Clemson, y'all know I started playing with Clemson because of their linebackers. It's self-explanatory. They have, Robert, they're fast as hell and they can get off blocks and they can hit you. They have the total package at backer. Woodaz has hammer instinct. So instinct, run plays, they're shooting the gaps faster, right? He has platinum instinct. So first, second down, buddy, good luck. You're not running the ball on these guys. It's not happening. Sammy Brown, hammer, aftershock. So when he hits you, your prayer is gonna be hurting. Y'all have seen it. Aftershock is major in this game, right? If someone gets hit with aftershock, they will deplenish in wear and tear significantly. We go to DBs. My DBs aren't the fastest, but they're real sticky. But if I know I'm going to play Georgia, Ohio State, teams with fast receivers, I'm going to put Gibson at corner. I'm going to scroll down all the way down. I'm going to put Kelly at corner. I'm going to put Avion in the slot. I'll probably put Hampton in the other slot, right? They're my best corners, don't get me wrong, but they just can't keep up with that speed. There's nothing, the high overalls, knockout, jammer, it's not going to do that when they're getting ran by, right? So you have to know who you're playing, know your person's, their tendencies, their personnel, how they play, and adjust accordingly. If you're playing someone who doesn't do blurs and don't really care to throw the ball deep, well, yeah, we'll keep Avion and Hampton in there, right? They're your two best corners. You could just keep it like that. But if you know you're playing a team who wants to just throw the ball deep, well, you better put some speed in there. And right, this guy, fastest guy, he's my next one. They might not be able to keep up, but they're the best thing I have out there. They're giving me the best chance to keep up with those blurs out there, those Ferraris, if you will. So in that case, when it comes to that, I'm looking for the fastest guys when I'm playing teams like that. If I play a team who has kind of the same receivers as me, they're not that fast, but they're good, they can run routes, well, yeah, I'm going to put my top corners in the game, right? Hampton, Avion, Lucas, again, right? All these guys have high zone coverage, so I'm not worried about that. They can play man. I'm not worried about that either, but it's going to come down to, all right, who's the faster one and who I'm playing. We get to end. This is kind of self-explanatory, right? TJ Parker, I don't need to talk too much about it, but Clemson is very deep at D-line, very deep. I play probably 6 deep. Parker, Patterson, Helt, Alexander, he's a backer. You're probably like, you have a mic there? Yes, look, I'm telling you, you have to go look, because sometimes you might have a diamond in the rough. His block shedding is 86. Finesse, 86. Power, he can rush the passer. He can also play off the ball. He's 6'2", 250. He can hold up on the edge. So yeah, but he doesn't start. Obviously, I want a guy who does it. Like, he's a power rusher. This guy's his archetype is a rusher, but he plays. So off the bat, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I do put Denhoff in there. He's takedowns for those quarterbacks who have extender, right? This kind of combats that. It's not high, but he has takedowns, so he has better sack chances. Mayo plays, right? Third down, strictly pass situation. He has a quick jump. I'll do stunts with him. His quick jump will take over. 90 acceleration. I play all these guys, right? D tackle, Peter Woods. self-explanatory. It's one of those guys, 75 speed I was talking about, 87 acceleration, 94 strength. He's a total package, right? And you go over to his shedding, 95. I mean, he's not a finesse guy. Then you kind of go down the list. Just, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at your D linemen, just look at all your D linemen you have, right? K-part. And then you kind of go down to these guys, right? You're like, they're 78 overall. Their overall's not that high, but don't just look at that. Take Burley, right? I play this guy too, 76 overall. Take the time to go over here and look at their at the 85 block shed, 83 power move. Yeah, he's playing. Guy's playing for me, right? Green, 81 block shed, 82 power move. He's gonna play. He's not gonna play that much, but he's a good changeup if I need to give my other guys a break. Burley, his pocket disruptor, 90 power move. You probably would never have seen that because you're thinking he's 76 overall. He's not. No, go look at this. 90 power move, 81 block shedding. He's a Terry, 6'4", 320 with pocket disruptor. He damn near could start for me, really, if I wanted him to, but I don't need him to. So just make sure you're looking at all this stuff, right? Sub linebacker, again, I mean, I kind of change these guys out depending on the situation. If I know it's a run situation, I probably keep Woodaz in there just because he has instinct. He's going to play the run better than Anderson. But if I know it's a true passing situation, I probably put Anderson in there because he has robber. He's going to break quicker on in zone. He's not that much faster, but he's faster. They're interchangeable. So I kind of went through that one pretty quick, but that's kind of what I'm looking for when I'm doing my depth chart and I'm setting up. For all y'all who've been asking, I know you've been asking a lot, and I'm glad I finally got this video out for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, please like, subscribe. If you really like this video, as always, please like, subscribe, comment, and drop what you'd like to see next. Appreciate it.